Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to skew your designs in PIXELLAB. And skewing, the meaning of skewing is actually to change the position of an image. Should be vertically or horizontally. So just 2 points of the image actually. So I'm going to bring in this text and I'm going to name it skew. So SKEW, skew. And then I'm going to change the font and I'll be using Bebas. So okay, let me just reduce the spacing a bit. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my grid and then align to the center. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually to turn on my grid settings and then align this grid, this one, with this line, this Q line here. Yeah, align the second one with the second one here. You can choose to align the top parts, not really necessary because we are skewing the horizontal or the vertical axis. So go over to perspective and then inside the perspective skew text, we are going to see some extra lines inside. If I go out, you not see, so you are seeing those lines inside. So turn on the grid settings again. Then with this grids activated, the one that is currently orange, just press this middle button, that is to add another grid line. So carry this up here just to maintain the position of where it was before, so we don't over skew. So with this one selected, we'll do another one and then we have this. Okay, so I like to zoom to see what I'm doing when skewing. So as this is zoomed, we're going to enable the skew. And then okay, I missed something. So we're going to go to the grid settings again and then we'll make a grid and then we'll position this up just like the same. Okay, this one should be here and then distance between this grid and this grid should be almost the same within these two. So I think this is okay. So we're going to take this point up and until we align it with, until this line that is bent aligns with the vertical and the horizontal part. So we're taking it up and then down up to where that grid touches, and then we'll go to the down part and then we'll do the same up. So make sure we're on a straight line and going up. Good. So if I zoom out and put up everything, we have this. So let me just change the background to a darker color so you see the contrast. So we have this awesome skew. Okay, now I want to show you how you can skew multiple text. Yes, multiple text. So I'll just leave this color dark and then I'll add another text. Let me just copy this and I'll write how to. So I'll write how to, and then the font. Okay, you can still use this font. Let me just go with this font. I can scale it down. So how to skew in PIXELLAB. Okay, I'll reduce this as well. I'll reduce this, so this one will be right here, or I can just make it to be bigger like this. Okay, then I'll go to the color and then I'll change the color to a bright color. So this is okay. So how to skew in PIXELLAB? So we're going to merge all of these layers because that's the way to group in PIXELLAB, and then we'll have one piece. Turn on your grid and then align to the center. Go over to your perspective and then with these lines here, just going to change this grid to the normal settings. Just tap this revert option and revert it to 3x3 grid. So we're going to take this and then we'll add another grid and then we'll take it up slightly up. This should be okay. We'll add another grid and take it up. Okay, so we go back to grid and enable it. Okay, I missed one, this grid here, to maintain the vertical axis. So we're going to take this up a bit more. Okay, I feel it slant inside, just here. Okay, it's way above a little, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll take this up also. Nice. So we have this how to skew in PIXELLAB, and we can see the way the text is being skewed, and it's so awesome. We can also add more effects. We can use the rotates for other shapes and then just position it down. We'll go to the rotate so we know what we're doing. So we'll just take this, add the angle. I think -8 to be okay, or -7. Okay, -7 or -8. Okay, so we have this how to skew in PIXELLAB, and it's so easy, guys. But with this grid line, you're going to know where you started from and where you're ending. So many people skew without using the grid line, and then see what happens when you skew without using the grid lines. You can do something like this, and then you don't want this to happen. You don't want this to happen. There are also different angles. Actually, you can skew it down. You can use it to form like a 3D, just like Photoshop's so we have this. You can use it to form like a 3D box, but that one will be later. So for the last example, I'm going to show you how you can skew a design. So I'm going to be using this design, this simple design I did. So before you do that, just make sure you select all the layers and then merge it into one, like we did for the second example. So we merge all of them, and when they are all merged, you have this. So we just have to reduce the size a bit, and then we revert our grid to 3x3. And then let me make the background darker so you can see what we're doing. Oh, it affected the, okay, let me just leave it like this. So with this in the center, I'll take the grid like before and then just adjust it like this. All right, so go over to the perspective and then add another grid line. So we take this here, you can add from here, you can add from anywhere actually, and position here. So when we zoom in, we'll add another one up here. I think here is okay. So we just carry this up, awesome, and then we'll carry this up as well, more up. Okay, then when we enable it, we have this. So we have skewed this design, and you can see it's perfectly skewed. So we just have to go over to relative size and increase the size, and revert our grid and then position it in the middle. Then we have this. So we have this. It might alter the design, it might alter the way the design is, so you can just change the position. You can just change the position of the design, but it mainly works when your design is centered or by the side. But one thing you should know when skewing, don't skew an image, because to spoil it will distort the image, and the image might be looking longer than how the person actually is or was. So it actually works with text and shape. Let me show you how to do it with shape. So just go over to this shape. Let me create a darker shape, and then go over to the perspective. Let me just do this quick. Okay, sorry, I did not enable it. When I enable it, we have this. So go back to edit again and then increase the radius, and then you see that this is what we have. So that will be the end of today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Till then, just keep creating and keep exploring. Thank you.